Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech, and here's my epic battery drain test number 4 featuring the P30 Pro, S10 Plus, A70, X71, Red Magic 3, and the Redmi Note 7 Pro. All the settings are the same, they're all on the same Wi-Fi, apps are cleared, and I'm going to use my light meter here to measure the phones, calibrate them to approximately 200 lux. So just trying to be as fair as possible with the different display technologies and keep the brightness very similar. Here are the capacities of these phones: the P30 Pro with 4,200 milliamperes, S10 Plus with 4,100, the A70 with 4,500, the X71 has the smallest one here at 3,500, and that Red Magic 3 with that giant 5,000 milliampere capacity, and the Note 7 with 4,000. So there's quite a varied list here of capacities, but let's get started with this test. I got my graduation gift watch, thanks Dad, and I'm going to use that as the timekeeper, and the Pocophone F1 is going to be our stopwatch for this epic battery drain test. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And unplugging all the phones, just a few seconds separation here, shouldn't make a difference. And we're gonna get started with YouTube as we do in the classic epic battery drain test. So we'll be doing YouTube, and I'm gonna be doing a playlist on Frankie Tech here for not 1, not 2, not 3, but for 4 hours. That's right. 4 hours, because I think YouTube is one of the things I do the most. So let's see how they do in 4 hours. 4 hours in, and let's see the results so far. We have the P30 Pro at 77%, doing great. The S10 is at 64%, and the A70 though in the lead with 78%, but the X71 at 52%, not doing too great, and the Magic 3 is at 72%, with the Redmi Note 7 Pro in the 60 range as well. But there's no time to waste. We're gonna jump right into that next section of Instagram for 1 hour, and all the phones are gonna be cycling through here. Let's see how we're doing after 1 hour of Instagram. So we are at 5 hours now. What are the results? The Redmi Note 7 Pro and the A70 are in that 70 range still. The S10 Plus down to 58, but that X71 is at 40%, not doing too great. The Magic 3 is at 66, and the Redmi Note 7 Pro is down to 59. But we don't waste any time. Let's go straight into front video recording on these phones, and all of these phones shoot 1080p front video. So I'm going to do this for 30 minutes, and let's see how they do in this very taxing test. There we are, 30 minutes later, 5.5 hours. The P30 Pro's at 63, and the A70 is at 65. Still has the lead. The S10 Plus and the Redmi Note 7 Pro are now at 50%, but that Magic 3 is holding on at 60. The X71 is still even further down at 30%. Don't waste any time, straight into Spotify for 1 hour. This is going to be streaming for 1 hour on this royalty-free quote-unquote playlist. Let's see how we did. 1 hour later, 6 hours and 30 minutes, and the P30 Pro's at 60%, the S10 Plus is at 47%. All these phones are doing really great, but they're in the middle range, but the X71 is down to 22. It is the first phone on Death Watch, and this may be the thing to kill it. PUBG Mobile for 1 hour. I don't think it's going to survive, guys, but here are all the settings on PUBG Mobile. You see they're all on HD and on high setting, and you know what it's time for. You do know what it's time for. The classic Frankie Tech swim test. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. You know I had to get that in there. So they're all flying down. We're going to play 1 hour, and whenever the game stops, I'll just play again. And so let's see how we're doing. We were at 7 hours and 23 minutes, and that was it. It was a quick death there. We have our first casualty of this battery drain test. In 6th place, the Nokia X71 with a really lousy performance. Nokia, what happened here? 7 hours and 23 minutes isn't terrible, but in the scheme of things compared to these other phones, I really expected better. Nokia, I really did. So let's keep going And now at 7 hours and 30 minutes, see the results of these phones. The P30 Pro's at 48% with the S10 at 34%. The A70 is now lost the lead at 43%. And the Red Magic 3 is at 54% with the Note 7 Pro at 44%. That is intense. Let's keep going here, and we're gonna do Facebook video. Unfortunately, I had some issues with the Red Magic 3 and the Facebook app, so I had to go use Instagram instead, but all the phones are gonna be cycling through these videos. Let's see how they do in 1 hour. 1 hour in, and let's see the results. The P30 Pro is at 41%, S10 Plus at 27%, and the A70 is further down now, 36%. That Red Magic 3 is at 32%, but the Redmi Note 7 Pro is now the next phone on Death Watch at 16%. And something new this time, guys, we're gonna do what I call YouTube to death. For as long as it takes. I know that you guys weren't a huge fan of that battery drain app, so what I'm going to do instead now is let these phones run and run as long as they can, and I think it'll be fair and will be a little bit longer, but let's see how we're doing. At the 10 hour and 19 minute mark, boom, we had our first casualty of the YouTube till death, which was the Redmi Note 7 Pro with 10 hours, 19 minutes, and 3 seconds. A solid performance from this budget mid-ranger, and then there were 4. And now 1% left for this phone, the Galaxy S10 Plus. It is next on the chopping block. We're coming to the 11 hour and 26 minute mark, and that is it. That is it for the S10 Plus, which kicks the bucket in at 11 hours, 26 minutes, and 23 seconds. A solid performance for this flagship, but it doesn't mean that it's the best battery performer, because there are 3 phones left in this epic battery drain test, and we're going to keep going, burning the midnight oil until we have a winner. And this is where it started getting very tight. The Red Magic 3 is at 1%, but the A70 is at 3%. Which of these phones is gonna die first? And we were already at the 12 hours and 48 minutes, and that is it. That is it. This 5,000 milliampere beast has called it a night at the 12 hour, 48 minute, and 25 second mark. And it proves to me that the capacity of a battery is only one part of the story. It also comes down to software optimization and efficiencies. So then there were 2. The A70 is just shocking me tonight with its incredible performance, but the P30 Pro looks like it's gonna take this test because the A70 is at 2%. Let's see what happens as we get closer and closer to the 13 hour mark. We are 15 seconds away, and the A70 is at 1%, guys. This is just insane. This is insane. Can it survive? Let's see if it can in 3, 2, 1. Boom! 13-hour club, and 2 phones have finally joined what I never thought was possible, and that is the end of the A70. Incredible. It's almost like it just waited to get to 13 hours to kick the bucket. And in second place, I gotta clap for it, is the Galaxy A70 with a time of 13 hours and 7 seconds. And this mid-ranger has really proven itself in this battery drain test. What an epic performance, even outlasting its flagship brother, the S10 Plus. And that is it. We know our winner already is the P30 Pro. It's only 1 phone left, and there's still 7 or 8% here left in the battery. When will this phone call it a night? Let's wait and see. What an amazing performance here by the P30 Pro. And let's explore now when the end comes for this phone. And there it is, 30 seconds left, and a little surprising here, especially considering that the marker, or I guess the percentage for battery, shows 2%, but this thing's gonna die any minute. When will it be? Let's see. There it is, 13 hours passed, and we are done with this epic, crazy, longest battery drain test in Frankie Tech history, and your winner with a time of 13 hours, 34 minutes, and 40 seconds, the P30 Pro. This thing just proves to me why it is the battery king, the new battery king of Frankie Tech, and the phone I probably plan to keep of all these flagships long term. But that is it for this epic battery drain test number 4. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. If you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for future updates. Thanks again for watching this, guys. It took forever to do, so I really appreciate all your support, all your likes, and all your positive comments. And this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.